Good morning and happy Saturday, and welcome into Chevrolet's Inside High School Sports. I'm Matt Musel. The state semifinals are here, and 5 local teams still have a chance to advance to AT&T Stadium next weekend. The Manville Mavericks had fallen in the state quarterfinals each of the last 4 seasons. But last week, Manville broke through and is now looking for the program's first state title appearance since 2011. In our Quicken Loans Game of the Week, the Mavericks face an Angleton team looking to overcome a much longer drought, with the Wildcats trying to earn the school's first trip to state since 1958.
Manville and Angleton are fired up for this semifinal showdown of unbeatens at NRG Stadium. On Manville's first possession, look at the huge hole for Ladarius Owens. He goes right up the middle and then spins out of a tackle at the 10. Owen takes it 32 yards for the touchdown to make it 7-0 Manville. But Angleton answers right back. B.J. Foster takes the pitch and trots 5 yards into the end zone. We're all tied up at 7 apiece, and the Wildcat fans are loving it. That changes on the next play for scrimmage, though. Deneric Prince gets the handoff, slips out of a tackle, and he's off to the races. He takes it 59 yards to the house. It's 14-7 Manville. Still in the first, and the Mavs with another one-play scoring drive. Cason Martin goes deep to Cam Scott, hitting him in stride, and Scott sprints down the sideline for a 78-yard touchdown play. Manville up 21-7 after 1. In the second, Owens gets the carry and once again has a huge hole to run through. This one goes for 35 yards and a touchdown. It's 28-7 Manville. Then it's the Mavs defense stepping up. Jermaine Brown flies through the line on the blitz, and Russell's quarterback Seth Cosme to the ground for the sack. Later, it's Jalen Preston lining up in the Wildcat formation. He goes right up the middle for a 4-yard touchdown play, and Manville cruises home from there. The final 35-10 over Angleton. The Mavericks are now headed to the 5A Division I State Championship game next Friday night at AT&T Stadium, where they'll face Highland Park.
This is just a total team effort. Offensive line was just blocking really great tonight. Everybody was just, we were just clicking. This is a total dream come true.
I feel great. I feel everything right now is just a dream come true, what we've been waiting on.
It means everything. You know, every team, you know, in any state, you know, that's what they're shooting for, is to go win a state championship. And to get to play for one the second time in our school history is really special. The only thing could be better is winning that thing, and that's what we're up to next.
In Class 3A Division II, the Boling Bulldogs draw Newton in the state semifinals. In the first quarter, Boling's Devin Rogers breaks tackles and gets into the open field. He rumbles 44 yards before he's finally brought down inside the 2. Vernon Jackson then punches it in from there to cap off a 99-yard scoring drive. Then it's Jackson taking the pitch. He gets to the edge and scores from 11 yards out. It's 14-0 Boling, and the Bulldogs are looking at a return trip to state. It's 14-6 when Boling commits a costly turnover. The ball squirts loose, and Newton recovers inside the Boling 1. That leads to a Darwin Barlow touchdown run, and the Eagles tie it up at 14-all. Boling then responds in the second. Jackson takes the handoff, explodes through the hole, and you aren't going to catch the Alabama commit. He'll go 46 yards for the Bulldogs touchdown, and Boling leads 21-14. Newton then answers with some trickery. How about the old hook and lateral play? Noah Williams laterals to Barlow, and Barlow is gone. 70 yards for the Eagles touchdown. What a play! In the second half, it's all Newton. Barlow gets the carry here. On the draw play, he zigzags his way through the Boling defense for a 47-yard touchdown, and Boling's dreams of a return trip to state are dashed. As the Bulldogs fall to Newton, 56-28 is the final.
Last Saturday night in Waco, St. Pius X met Plano Prestonwood for the TAPS Division I State Championship. The Panthers trailed 10-7 in the second quarter. When quarterback Grant Gunnell feels the pressure, he has to just check down to Jake Jefferson, but watch what Jefferson does. He cuts back across the field, and suddenly he has room to run and blockers in front of him. Officially, it goes down as a 34-yard touchdown pass, but in reality, it may have been more like a 90-yard run for Jefferson.
Later, it's Gunnell connecting with Jefferson on a more conventional route for a 33-yard scoring strike. Gunnell throws for 486 yards and 5 touchdowns for the Panthers. St. Pius builds a 41-23 lead in the third quarter as Gunnell scores from 14 yards out on the quarterback draw, and the Panthers appear to be on their way to a state title. But Plano Prestonwood scores 19 unanswered points to reclaim the lead at 42-41. The Panthers still trail by 1 in the waning moments when Connor Spiller has a 40-yard field goal attempt to take the lead, but it's no good. And St. Pius falls just short, losing 42-41 to Plano Prestonwood.
And congratulations to St. Pius X on a great football season. It's just unfortunate the Panthers season ended in such heartbreaking fashion in the TAP State Championship contest. Well, a pair of Area 6A teams are in action this afternoon trying to earn a trip to state. Here's a look at what to watch for.
Let's start with a matchup of perennial powers in Class 6A Division I with the rematch of the 2015 championship game between Katy and Lake Travis. The Tigers won their record-tying 8th state championship in that contest with a 34-7 rout of the Cavaliers. But last year, Lake Travis claimed its 6th state title in a 41-13 victory over the Woodlands. Katy comes in ranked 3rd in the state with a perfect 12-0 record. The Tigers have played like a team on a mission, winning those 12 games by an average margin of 39 points a contest. In the meantime, the Tigers' defense has tormented opposing offenses all season long, posting 4 shutouts, and Katy hasn't allowed a team to score more than 14 points since the season opener against the Woodlands. On offense, Katy will rely on its potent ground game, led by junior running back DeAndre Glass, who has totaled more than 1,400 yards and 25 touchdowns this season. This battle of heavyweights kicks off at 3 o'clock this afternoon at Alamo Stadium in San Antonio.
I want to come out here and dominate every single play.
In Class 6A Division II, Cy-Fair makes its first appearance in the state semifinals since 1985. As the Bobcats take on Austin Westlake at 3 o'clock this afternoon at NRG Stadium. Cy-Fair has reeled off a 13-0 record this season, and the Bobcats have been especially impressive in the postseason, winning every playoff game thus far by double digits. Cy-Fair first served notice that this year's team could contend for a title back in late September when the Bobcats ended Cy Ranch's 27-game district winning streak with a convincing 21-3 win over the Mustangs. Leading the charge for Cy-Fair is senior running back Trenton Kennedy. Kennedy has rushed for nearly 1,700 yards this season and scored 25 touchdowns. Cy-Fair will take a big step up in weight class, facing 14-0 Westlake, but the Bobcats are certainly battle-tested and should be up to the task.
And best of luck to both the Tigers and the Bobcats this afternoon in their respective games. And don't go away, because later on, Adam Coleman of the Houston Chronicle will stop by with his thoughts on those 2 matchups. But up next, we'll hit the hardwood for some hoops highlights, and our Chevy Spotlight catches up with the Sealy Lady Tigers. Stay right there.